of the ghost of Christmas yet to come. Is that not so? Spirit of the future, I fear you more than any spectre that I've seen. But I know that your purpose is to do me good, and for me to become a changed man. So I will follow you. Lead on, Spirit. Will you not speak to me, Spirit? I know that our time is winding fast, and our time is precious for me. So please, lead off. Lead on, good Spirit.
No. I don't know much about it either way. All I know is that he's dead.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe.
Why? What was the matter with him? I thought he'd never die.
Who knows?
Well, it's likely to be a very cheap funeral. I can't think of anybody who'd go to it. Suppose we make up a party ourselves.
I don't mind if I do. As long as lunch is being served, I must be fed if I go.
Well, I never go to funerals, and I never eat lunch. But I'll offer to go if anybody else will. Now that I come to think of it, I'm not at all sure I wasn't the best friend he had. We used to stop and speak every time we met. Well, I must be off. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Spirit, I know these ladies. We've seen each other at the exchange. I do business with some of them. Who were they talking about? Who was the unfortunate man that they were talking about, Spirit? Spirit, tell me, who? Spirit, why are you bringing me to such a filthy place? The smell it's decaying, Spirit. I don't want to be here. I've never been here in all my life. Well, why are you taking me here, Spirit?
Mrs. Dilber! Well, Mrs. Dilber, fancy seeing you.
I could say the same about you.
Going to Joe's?
Where else?
Where else indeed? There's not a finer pawn shop in the city. Oh, Mrs. Dilber, don't tell me. You've been to see him too?
Why not? He was dead, wasn't he?
Scarcely cold, though. At least not when I was there. And by all the signs, you beat me to it.
Never mind the signs, dearie. He was dead, I tell you. Dead as a doornail.
Oh, Joe! Joe!
Mrs. Dilber. I wondered who'd get there first.
Joe, wait for me.
Oh, another one.
Oh, it's the Undertaker.
You don't have much time, do you?
No, Spirit. I can't go in there. The filth, the stench is too much for me to bear. Spirit, what do they have in their bags there? Is this something they stole? Was it from the man that we just heard of? All right, Spirit.
Every time I come here, filthy rags, iron, piles of bones, piles of filthy bones.
He holds them.
I reckon I'll not be able to get out of the place one day.
Don't worry about what I sell. Just what I buy. Hey, Mrs. Dilber.
That's what I was going to say. Will you buy this here, little Joe?
Trust the Undertaker to get down to business.
And trust the chairwoman to get there first.
And if I do?
Charwoman, laundress, and the Undertaker. What is it, conspiracy?
Chance, Joe. Pure chance. Strike me if the three of us haven't met here before.
This is the place to meet. Oh, me bones. You talk about the old bones in this place. There is none as old as mine, I tell you. Oh, so what have you got for me darlings? What have you got?
Yeah, let's see it then.
There you go, Joe.
Couple of seals. Watch and chain. What else we got? Collar buttons?
That's worth something there, Joe.
No, it's not. It's hardly worth nothing.
But, Joe,
5 bob for the lot.
5 bob?
Take it or leave it. You argue with me, I wouldn't give you another penny if you was to boil me alive. What's next?
I'm next, Joe. Take a look at this lot. Here, towels, sheets.
Not much worth in there.
Some old clothes?
It's certainly old enough. He must have worn it most of his life, I bet.
Oh, look at these. Real silver they are. And sugar tongs, too.
Real silver, yeah.
Don't go ruin yourself with that, won't you?
Always did ruin myself over the ladies. It's a weakness of mine. Oh, I always paid too much.
Too much.
Huh?
5 and 9 pence.
What?
Not another penny. And if you argue with me, I'll take a half a crown off of it.
I get double anywhere else.
And take it somewhere else.
Now open up my bundle, Joe.
5 and 9 pence. Ain't worth the journey getting here, let alone all the trouble I was put to.
What you got here?
Take a good look, Joe. You'll know.
Bed curtains.
I said you'd know. Yeah, bed curtains.
You mean you took down the curtains, rings and all, while it was just lying there?
And why not?
You want to make your fortune.
Yeah, and she'll do it too.
You don't expect me to resist the chance for the likes of him.
What's it? Blanket?
And his best one, too. You won't find a hole in it anywhere.
It didn't belong to him.
Oh, yes, it did.
Then how come I didn't see it?
Maybe you didn't look carefully enough.
What do you mean, look at it?
They would have wasted it if it wasn't for me.
What do you mean, wasting it?
They would have buried him with it. Some fool had put it on him already.
Looks a bit odd.
What did he expect? He was just mean to people while he was alive to profit us when he was dead.
You'll make your fortune, you will.
I understand now, Spirit. I get it. The man in which they were speaking of, could well as be me. I could be with them. I could lose everything I have. Is that not so, Spirit? Spirit, but I ask you, show me, please, show me some tenderness connected to death. I beg of you, lead me to some tenderness and I will follow. Yes, Spirit. Thank you. Finally, to streets that I know. Yes. Where are we, Spirit?
He took a child and set it in the midst of them. Mother.
It's all right. It's just the sewing. The color, it hurts my eyes.
You're doing too much.
No. I'm fine, really. The candlelight, it just makes my eyes weak and I'll be all right. Please don't tell your father.
Sure you're all right?
Really, I'm fine. I don't want your father to know. He has enough to worry about without my silly old eyes.
Father ought to be home by now. It's nearly his time. Pass it. Father walks slower than he used to.
Oh, bless him. I've known him to walk so fast. Even with Tiny Tim on his shoulders. But he was light, and your father loved him so that it was never any bother.
There's Father now.
Yeah. Bill. Oh, he's walking slower than usual today. Hope he's all right. Did you go today?
Yes, my dear, I went. I wish you could have gone. It would have done you good to see how green a place it is. But you'll see it often. I promised him we would go there every Sunday. Tiny too. Oh, I must tell you. I saw Scrooge's nephew today.
Fred?
He was so kind. He stopped in the street and said that I seemed to be just a little down today, not quite my usual self.
Did you tell him?
Yes, my dear, I told him. He really is the kindest soul, the pleasantest spoken gentleman you've ever heard. He said, I'm heartily sorry for you, Mr. Cratchit, and I'm heartily sorry for your good wife. However he knew that, I don't know.